How much are the renovations on our €23,000 Italian lake home costing us? When we first bought this house in 2020, we got a very affordable quote from a local builder. At the time, the plan was to replace the roof, add in a skylight or two, and do all the necessary work with no extras. That meant replacing the upstairs floor, updating the electrics, fixing up the bathroom, and a door here and there. Nothing fancy, just the essentials on an old house that had been sitting empty for a few years. At the time, the quote was €45,000. Sadly and unexpectedly, that local builder passed away not long after we were provided with this quote. By then, we were in the throes of the COVID pandemic, which stalled industry everywhere. By the time we got around to getting more quotes, COVID and the war in Ukraine had caused the cost of materials to skyrocket. On top of that, we just struggled to find builders who had availability. The Italian government introduced some tax incentives for people renovating their homes, and suddenly every contractor was booked and busy for the foreseeable. This was good news and bad news for us. As tax-paying residents of Italy, we could take advantage of these tax breaks, if we could ever find an available contractor. Long story short, we hired a fab architect who found us a great contractor, and things got started. Given the fact that we'd now be able to claim back about 50% of the costs via tax refunds over the next 10 years, we decided to add a few extras, more skylights, an extra bathroom, and a new window. Side note, we live in the north, so things are more expensive up here than in the south. With that in mind, we budgeted €100,000, 75 for the quotes and a buffer for extras. However, as we learned the hard way, old houses hide secrets, expensive secrets. For example, after removing the plaster, we learned that every single window lintel was rotted and needed to be replaced. This means our $100K budget is not going to be enough. So how much is it going to cost in total? I can't say for sure. However, as you can see on this quote from our builder, labor is the bulk of the cost. Which is why, in order to get us over the finish line, we've had to say goodbye to the builders and be our own labor force. Luckily, my husband has experience doing this, so we're well placed to continue the work ourselves. I'll keep you guys updated on the costs as we start to get a better understanding of what a realistic total will be. In the meantime, if anyone has any contacts at Leroy Merlin, Black & Decker, or any other home supply store, we are very open to doing brand deals. I do have over 40,000 TikTok followers now and a very handsome husband to model your wares. Anyway, DM me if you're interested, and as always, follow along if you want to see the progress.